Hey guys, welcome to the very first video of Backlog Arcade. My name's Eric and I can't wait to kick this channel off, and that's what we're gonna do right now. Got the arcade set up. Without further ado, let's get into it with our very first game, and yeah, let's talk about that now. Alright, I'm gonna do my best to cut down on glare. But I got the first game loading up over here on the arcade, and then we'll change angles when I'm going to start playing or whatever. But before we get started, I want to tell you about this game. So this game came out in 1990 or 1994, depending on where you are in the world. And if you were in Japan, it was called Dark Seal. When it was brought here to the US, I believe it was called Gates of Doom or Gate of Doom. And then there was a second one as well in Japan called Dark Seal 2. Over here called Wizard Tower, I believe. I'll correct it on the screen if that's not correct. Anyway, we're going to be checking out both of those games. I'm going to play some of the first one, and then I'm going to move on and play some of the second one, and then we're going to talk about some of the differences in there. Now, one thing to note is I've already recorded this video one time. But I only went through the first game, and the reason why you're seeing the second edit or the second version of this video is because the first one, my button pressing was so vigorous and aggressive that literally all you could hear were the button presses. You couldn't hear me talking about the video game. You couldn't hear me, you know, being frustrated with stuff or describing anything that was going on. The button presses were just too loud. So I've switched mics. Hopefully the sound is a lot better this time. But the benefit to you guys is you guys get a better quality video, I hope. Because it's the second one, I won't be as surprised by stuff. I did play this game originally when I was a kid and I was living in arcades. And I absolutely loved it when I was a kid. After playing it again for the first video, again, I haven't played the second one. I don't even think I've played the second one when I was a kid, so that one will be a surprise for me as well. But I was surprised by how difficult it was, and we're about to see that, you know, transpire here because my game playing hasn't gotten better in one day. Either way, I'll be able to better describe what's going on since I'm already kind of familiar with what's happening. So hopefully that's a benefit to you and a benefit towards the entertainment. Anyway, we're going to check it out right now. Let's get started on Dark Seal. All right, so let's talk about Dark Seal. What kind of a game is this? This is a different take on a side-scrolling beat-em-up. It's fantasy themed, very similar to the old school Dungeons and Dragons game, which we may talk about in a later video. Either way, this is Dark Seal. You've got your choice between 4 different characters or 4 different classes, and it's kind of going through them here. It's got their basic stats over there. You've got your knight, you've got a bard, you've got a ninja, which is very cool, and then you've got a wizard. As you'll see in the gameplay, the characters you pick, it's all personal preference. This is what's called a quarter eater game. Again, side-scrolling beat 'em up, but a different idea of a side-scrolling beat 'em up, and I'll tell you why. So as you can see what's going on during the attract mode here, this game has an isometric view, and that's what makes it different than other side-scrolling beat-em-ups. It's sort of like Diablo-esque, like primitive Diablo-style isometric view. You're kind of got like an angled top-down of your character, and it is 2-player simultaneous, and it's actually a much more fun game 2-player, as you'll see. And we're going to check out this game. Now, keep in mind, this is a very difficult game, so I'm gonna be terrible at it. All right, that's enough talking. Let's get our coins in. Let's get right into this game. The Kingdom of Etruria. The other thing about this game is the text moves very fast. So sometimes you won't be able to read it. So anyway, the people pray. Yeah, see it. Anyway, Gate of Doom. That's what the game was called when it moved over to the US. We're in our initial character select here. I'm going to start out with the good old knight. He says right there, strong weapon at the bottom. Wizard's got powerful magic. Bard just takes 0 damage from poison. I'm running out of time. And the ninja's high speed. We're just going to go ahead and pick the knight with a strong weapon. He does a tremendous amount of damage to enemies, and that's going to matter a lot. Okay, so anyway, this game only uses 2 buttons. And the second button is only used for your magic. And then you got your joystick here. And then you've got your magic meter on the left there. That magic meter charges up as you attack enemies. And as you kill them, and then your little spell book up there in the upper corner, up here, that actually changes to different spells periodically. I haven't figured out what changes it really, and I don't think you have any control over it. So when you're about to use your magic, you want to make sure that it's on the right spell. It's kind of a unique take on the magic system. There's some wall traps here. A lot of these guys look kind of like recycled enemies from a game called King of Dragons. So this has some fantasy stuff. This has some even gauntlet stuff with those monster spawners going on. Some of these enemies look like they're from Golden Axe also. Anyway, the knight has got this crazy mace that he spins around, and it actually works really well because he does a good amount of damage, and damage matters a lot in this game. As you can see, I'm poisoned already. I've already taken a tremendous amount of damage, mostly from wall traps and stuff. I'll stay purple for a bit, and then the poison will go away. But yeah, this is a tough game. This was a quarter eater for sure back in the 90s. Alright, so we got some treasure. And we got some harpies that we gotta... okay, see, I already died. These harpies already take a lot of hits. My magic meter is charged, and I'm gonna try to use that. Here's a good spell. And I hope I just didn't kill it. Okay. There's at least a few enemies. This is a fireball spell. It's one of the better magics. And the reason I used it there instead of saving it for a boss is because during boss fights, your magic meter goes away. And you're not allowed to use magic on some bosses. I have blocked your puny magic. Yeah, so he even tells you, I've blocked your puny magic. And then we have this dragon. This is the first boss. This guy's a little tough. Very reminiscent of King of Dragons. So we gotta wait for him to... He has a shadow, and then you can get a couple hits if you're lucky. And sometimes he shoots lightning. Like that. We're gonna see how many hits we can get in. But as you can see, I'm barely doing any damage to him. So this guy's tough. And he just killed me. You can also see that my magic meter went away. Okay. Either way, I was kind of standing in him. So that's my first game over. I'm going to switch to the wizard now. Wizard is probably my favorite character just because her basic attack is really good as far as distance goes. However, her basic attack is much weaker than the knight. Maybe that's not true, because that just did a whole bunch of damage to that dragon. I don't know, still learning stuff about this game. Alright, let's move on to the next level. Here we are. This little demon guy is gonna steal that lady. Let me turn off my LED matrix up there for the glare. Alright, excellent, my heroes. But your quest not yet over. You must next destroy the monster in the Misty Mountain. May the gods guide you, is what he says. Alright. There's some cool voice callouts for this game, but they can be hard to understand over the music. Alright, so I like the wizard's basic attack here. It's like this fire, and she just spams it. That's a monster spawner. Looks like a mushroom. There's a couple different directions you can go here. And you get different treasures that appear down here. Not 100% what they do, actually. But more is better, I guess. That was a silly hit. I had no idea you could destroy the wall traps, and I just did it. That is a game changer. That is really cool, and hopefully will make things easier later on. Let's kill these zombies. My goodness. So I think the knight takes less damage than the wizard. So maybe the wizard might excel, not as a solo playable character, but when you do it, when you play with two people. Anyway, let's try up this way. There's a red zombie there. He's very fast. Ouch. And he turned me into a pig. And that is that draining my magic? Or is that how long I stay a pig? This is rough. That's a long time to be a pig. Alright, let's go back up here. Okay, we killed that red zombie. Alright, I think this is another boss. Yeah, this guy. Hopefully my blue fire does some damage. Okay, so he jumps. Oh, ow. And for some reason I have my magic meter on this boss, so maybe not all bosses take away your magic meter. That being said, it's not charging up when I hit him, so I can't really use it. Unless it's charged up prior to fighting this boss. Maybe that's something I should have done. He's a cool looking blue dragon though. I am taking many, many hits. And I only have him about, oh my gosh, that's easy to dodge too. Okay, that's a game over. All right, we'll switch characters. Let's try the Bard. The Bard's got this cool spear, and I don't need to worry about getting poisoned, which becomes a problem later in the game. Ooh, he had like a tongue that he spit out at me. Ah! I really gotta dodge that. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right, got him. Got him. The spear is cool. I do like the spear. Oh, we're supposed to move on. Okay. Oh, so he wasn't a boss. He was like a mini boss, which is why I could use magic on him. All right, so I have a spell ready. Let's go ahead and use it here. This is a cool one. If I press the button, I shoot out little lightning, and it kind of homes in on guys. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage though, but it's just nice because I don't have to aim. That didn't work out. Okay. Not a huge fan of the Bard. His attack's okay. Let's try, oops, back to the Knight. We'll try the Ninja after. But the Knight, again, his attack makes him really good. And now that I know that we can kill those, all right, let's go in here. Those who dare to stand before me will die. Wake up, my faithful servant, and something. All right, now this guy, let's take a look at you. This guy looks very similar to like a Super Nintendo Zelda boss or something. I don't know, he just reminds me of like a Zelda boss. Maybe the Knight was not the best character to pick for him because he doesn't have the best range. Oh, there's not a lot I can do there. I can't really, there's no dashing or anything, there's no dodging. Let's try that. Definitely, you know, keep in mind, every time I die and can have to continue like that, that's a time, wow, the Bard just ate that guy for breakfast. Holy crap. I had no idea. Perhaps there's way more strategy to this game than I realized. Excellent, my heroes, but your quest is not yet done. My daughter, Amelia, has gone on a journey. I fear for her safety. The creatures of evil are everywhere. Wasn't paying attention. Okay, we crossed that bridge. We got some demons. There are many enemies. I'm gonna have to use lightning. I'm a lightning cloud, shooting lightning, which is awesome. And still taking damage. All right. Okay, let's switch to, we said we're gonna do the ninja. So ninja's very fast. Look at him run, he's good. Got his little spread shurikens there. He's very difficult to dodge. I mean, there's definitely a pattern to his movements, and if I learned it, I could probably do a lot better. I'm gonna switch to my old faithful, back to the wizard. See how she does. Yeah, see, is she doing more damage to this guy? maybe she's the one you're supposed to use on this guy. I have been expecting you. The demon has already captured 5 victims and something. Oh, 3 more. Look at him go. This guy looks like a Caco demon from Doom. If you're familiar with the Doom series, this guy looks like one of them. So maybe not Knight, maybe Ninja. Let's try a Ninja. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, he's dead. Okay. I was like, what is happening? All right. Cleared the Caco demon. Alas, Princess Amelia has been taken. I can only pray for her safety. You must travel to the Volcano Delos and find the magic gem of Shorn and the crown of Mentius. These items are something. All right, I think we're in a volcano at this point. This is very like, I don't know why this gives me like primitive. I say primitive, I don't mean primitive. Early like Diablo 1 vibes almost. Can I kill him? Maybe just ignore him. Still, you fleas seek to hinder me, but I will never be defeated. Okay, this is the boss that I thought was the last boss, but maybe I'm wrong. I didn't get past him, but we're gonna try to get past him. And it looks like the wizard does good damage to him, because I only hit him a few times and his bar is going down a lot. I don't know what his mechanic is. I am just spamming the crap out of him. Okay, so he's dead. Ooh, this guy. Okay, so I got that. Picked up something. It said Dragon Slayer. You have failed to secure one of the holy treasures. You must recover it, or all will be lost. Evil must not prevail. Your progress is great, but you must not weaken. The holy treasures will give you the power to unlock the gate of doom forever. Go to your something. Okay, so that wasn't the final. Okay, now, I mean, I want to hate on this game, but I'm actually having fun with it. All right, we're going to check out Dark Seal 2 now. So let me find it on here, and then we'll get started on that one. All right, so I made a mistake. It's not called Wizard Tower. It is called Wizard Fire. Why it's called Wizard Fire? No idea. This is Dark Seal 2 though. Again, Data East, as you can see, 1992. And let's see who we have now. We have the Knight, we have the Wizard, we have the Bard. This time we have an Elf and a Dwarf. Let's go ahead and start with the Elf. Looks like Volov's dark work. Oh, it's got voice acting. Wow.
Jade, where have you been?
That is some tremendous voice acting. Alright, already gonna say this one's superior to the first one. Alright, Wizard. Still isometric view. Now, keep in mind, I've never played this version, or this game. Ooh, nice. It looks like I have like a finisher move this time. There's still those spawners. That is cool. If I keep pressing it, I get a little finisher. Ooh. Okay, so it looks like on this one, I can use my magic even if it's not full. The meter's not full there at the bottom, but it just doesn't last as long. Which kind of feels like that's how the first one should have played. But we'll see. We'll see what other differences we run into. Kind of digging the Elf. The graphics are slightly different. They look a little more cartoony on this. Okay. Feels like it should... There we go. Oh, I thought he was dead because he changed a different color. All right, let's try a different character. Let's try the dwarf, since he's the other new one. Oh man, he throws axes. That's dope. Ooh, nice. Oh, the rider came off. Okay. Well, I already like this game more than the first one. Just seems like the experience is a little more refined. We're not going to listen to the voice hacking. Maybe we should. Apologize for skipping that. Anyway, let's get right back into the gameplay. So it looks like I can throw 2 axes at once, and then I have to wait for them to come back. Little naked statue there. I mean, what is fantasy without nakedness, right? Ooh, I'm poisoned. Oh, this is a boss? I didn't even know. Okay. That sound of me being poisoned is super annoying. Okay. All right, let's go back to the wizard. See how the wizard is in here. Okay, so she's got a very similar fire thing to what she had in the other one, but now it's like a line. Ooh. The bubbling that purple stuff is making in the bottom is really tripping me out. Bard! Oh, I accidentally picked the elf. That's okay. We'll go Bard next. Ooh, elf is wrecking this. Go figure, it's a tree, right? Elves and trees. Alright, killed that guy. Alright, let's see if there's some wicked voice acting here. Curse it! I love it. Alright, knight. Oh, Bard. That's right. Ooh, he's got a little stabby stab. Right, Medusa! I like how she turns stuff to stone before it dies. Ow. Okay. Still a hard game. Knight. Ooh, Knight is big in this. Does he still have his little spinny move? Or no? Oh, there he does. Okay. Ooh. Can I go in here? Oh no, just bad guy. Does the knight not have any magic? Oh. Whoa! What? That was crazy, but it didn't last very long. Ooh, hey, it's me. Gotcha. Alright, so how far... Oh, I'm confused. How far do we want to go in this game? I'm not sure if I want to finish it or not. Let's go back to the wizard. Oh, you know what I realized? There's no ninja in this. They got rid of the ninja? Maybe they realized that didn't, like, fit with the theme. But the ninja was cool. We are not going to have platforming in this game, are we? Ooh. There are many things on screen right now. Oh, that was health too. I don't think the wizard is very good in this. I'm kind of liking the dwarf and the elf. The dwarf is a very strong attack. Like, look, only a couple hits and then stuff just dies. Let's go. Ooh, another. Oh, he's like a bone dragon. Ooh, I'm a rock. Can I do damage? That's so cool. The magic in this game is so unique. Alright, so let's talk about Dark Seal and Dark Seal 2. Do I like these games? When I was a kid, I absolutely loved the first Dark Seal, but I think that's partially because I almost never played it by myself. I always had a friend with me, or I always had someone else at the arcade that was teaming up with me, and we would play it. I do remember there were times I would dump maybe $5 worth of quarters into this game, and I absolutely loved it. Dark Seal 2 I had never played until just a little bit ago, and I think it is everything the first one is, but better. The difficulty is still there, still feels like a quarter monster machine where it would just eat your quarters and all your money in the arcade, which is what most of those machines were designed to do back in those days. But it just feels like a more refined experience. You have a little bit more control over your magic. They removed the ninja, but they added another character, so you get the elf and the dwarf, both of which I think are better than the ninja, although I wish the ninja was there. There's some voice acting, so you don't have to read the text, especially if it goes really, really fast. You can listen to the cool, definitely 90s stylized voice acting. And I think it's a good game. For the solo experience, not quite as good. Excuse me. Not quite as good for either one. It's just hard. It's too hard. I mean, in an arcade experience like this, a home arcade where you don't have to actually pump quarters into a machine, the experience is definitely made better. It's infinitely better because you're not wasting money and stuff like that, and you could actually get through the game. Yeah. Other than that, I think they're a pretty fun game. It's a different take on a side-scrolling beat-em-up, as I said in the beginning, and it's unique. There are other beat-em-ups that use an isometric view, and they may have learned from this game, or maybe this game learned from them, and we'll check those out in future videos as well. But I want to thank you guys for joining me for this very first video on Backlog Arcade. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments if you've ever played this game, if you're interested in this game, what other games you might be interested in, and we could play through those on this channel. There may be some cases where I play through an entire game on this channel or whatever. It just all depends on what you guys want to see. This is all about just going back over those games, those classic games that you either played in the arcade or on the console, and just trying to enjoy those experiences again. And me, you know, kind of selfishly enjoying those experiences as well. Anyway, I say again, thank you for joining me for this inaugural episode of Backlog Arcade. I'll see you on the next one. Happy gaming.